well. Okay, so guys, here is the project details for the game. So their job is to create a user profile website that has at least 10 different user boxes. Go ahead. Okay. So they have to build a user profile website that has at least 10 different user boxes. There will be 3 different types of users. The scenario is that the user is logged in as a guest and can't access admin users. Yes. Also, there has to be 3 different types of accounts: guest, user, and admin. The user would click a box and a card will appear showing the profile information. The guest should not be able to view admin users. A message should appear telling them as such when they click an admin user box. So guys, a lot of JavaScript demanding work over here. The accounts should be listed as cards with basic profile information. Also, emulation of material design, not directly copying code would be a bonus. So I'm going to go ahead and post all this in the rules over here, so you guys can see that. So both teams can refer to that whenever they want to. And I'm also going to go ahead and post that right under the stream so you guys can see exactly word for word what these guys are going to be doing. They're pretty much creating a user profile website. So something like, like an account system. So a lot of JavaScript demanding work. Moderators, if you can make sure both teams understand before we get the game started. So yeah, I'm going to actually, before I start the game, I'm going to go into our Twitch, and I'm just going to go ahead and update what we have going on in the rules so you guys can see. Okay, guys. So I posted in here the project details. So if you guys refresh the page and you guys scroll down, at the very bottom, you guys are going to be able to see in our DevWars little box, you guys are going to be able to see like what the project details are exactly. It's all front end, no back end. Nothing really has to work, but there are some JavaScript demanding stuff over here. So okay guys, they're ready to begin the game, so let's go ahead and do the countdown right now. Okay, so get ready. We're gonna start it off right now. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's throw up that timer, baby. Okay, we have a 5-second countdown before the actual countdown. Both teams are responding to the time, so both teams are free to start coding right now at this very moment. They are in their own TeamSpeak chat, so they're able to start coding or communicating what they're gonna do. Now, I have been noticing we have had some kind of a rough start, and that's because they probably weren't logged in and they had to refresh the page. So what they should have done was constantly refreshed or made sure they refreshed beforehand. But yeah, so the game has started, guys. It's going on right now. We already have some HTML going on. Wow, JavaScript's already getting started. That's awesome. Okay, we have a bunch of code that was just copied there for a second. That's kind of weird. Let's keep an eye on that guy. If one of my moderators can go in there and figure out what that guy was doing, make sure that that won't happen, because that's definitely against the rules. So let's go ahead and switch on over to the index page. So that, guys, they are building a user profile website. Okay, so both teams are linking.
I don't wear black t-shirts and jeans. Sit on black t-shirts. I'll take the jeans.
Hey.
This is a picking kind of thing.
Bezman or Terrence. Okay, I think he accidentally turned his mic on. That wasn't a paste.
User disconnected from your channel.
He types too fast. Okay, so let's kind of give an overview on what's going on. So we have some styles that they're kind of setting over here. So on the style sheet over here, they're just kind of setting, this asterisk means all, so they're just saying, okay, we want margin 0 and padding 0 on everything, which is really good to do. And wow, they have box sizing over here, border box, which is a great thing to have. I mean, I think border box should just be applied on everything. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Wow, we've never seen this before in CSS. Look at this. Look at the way this guy is. He's already planning out the way everything's going to go. He's kind of breaking it up into sections over here with comments. I like that. He might get some points over there in the code tidiness for that. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Okay, so nothing over here on the JavaScript for the blue team, but they're probably just kind of waiting to figure out what's going on. I really like what they're doing over here on the CSS though. Over here on the body, they're already working on adding some fonts as well as the background color for the website, so we're already getting some theme stuff going on. A lot of work going on over here in the HTML page for the red team. I really like that. The best thing about guys, the thing about if you're playing HTML, and just for to note for future games, if you ever do play DevWars, if you haven't played yet and you want to, and if you end up getting the HTML position, you want to make sure you type fast and you get everything structured out as soon as possible, and you add those IDs, you add those classes, because like I said earlier, your CSS guy and your JavaScript guy cannot do anything until that is structured out for them. So over here on the blue team, we have some titles going in. So syntax honor roll. So it looks like they're going with some sort of school themed user profile system. Which is pretty cool if you ask me. So, I mean, it's really cool because you're kind of showcasing the creativeness that these people have to come up with on the spot. So, yeah. As you guys know, the guy who's doing HTML, he is a teacher. He has been teaching actually, yeah. I believe he's the one who's the teacher. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure he said he was the teacher. But anyways. Okay, so we have the JavaScript on blue team. He's probably just waiting. We've seen this before, but there is a possibility he's not there, but I doubt it. If one of my moderators can please just give us an update on if he's there. We have some Batman action going on the red team. Let's go ahead and refresh and see what we got going on over here exactly. Okay, so this is the user profile image. That's what that is. So we have Batman logged in over here. What are the teams building? They're building a user profile system. So a user profile page. Dat Batman do. Yeah, so a user profile system or page. However you guys want to put it. Wow, a lot of work in the HTML over here on the red team. Wow, like I really like what they're doing. They're definitely working fairly quickly. However, I think blue team is not too far behind at all. They don't have their JavaScript stuff linked up yet, so JavaScript on blue team can't do very much anyways. Again, if I could get a confirmation from one of my moderators if the PHP Joe from the blue team handling JavaScript is still there. Because there are still things he can do, even though he doesn't necessarily have what he needs from his team yet, there is some stuff he can handle. Yeah, you can absolutely link the sites right now if you wanted to. That's not a problem at all. Just so people have it in their browsers, they can refresh however much they want and everything. I really like, look at this. We got some Flexbox action going on over here from the blue team. This is the first time we've seen Flexbox in DevWars. Unfortunately, I know you guys have been looking forward to this kind of stuff, and we finally have some Flexbox action going on over here. So GMM posted the links over here in the chat. So if you guys are looking forward to seeing the website in your own browser, you totally can click the link that he posted in there, and you guys can do whatever you want, refresh how often you want as well. But yeah, some Flexbox hype up in here. So yes, we have a lot of work going on over here in this user class. So inside of the user class, he has this image, and that's going to be the placeholder. And he's using place kitten for the user image. He's using a header tag for the name and a paragraph tag for the details, and then also more info link. Awesome. So I am getting a message from the PHP Joe from the blue team in TeamSpeak. It looks like he is having some problems. Hopefully I can resolve whatever issue we have, because Bezman right now is not there. If Bezman, if you can hear me, Bezman, please go into the blue team right now and see if you can help. If you can help the PHP Joe, the JavaScript guy on the blue team, and help him fix the issue he's having. He's having problems saving his document. Luckily, JavaScript from the red team is not too far ahead, so he is able to catch up over here. Let's go ahead and refresh the page and see what's going on over here. So we're just gonna refresh any second now. We'll just give that a moment to refresh. Yeah, vendor prefixed Flexbox. This might not go well. Well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see. So over here, on the red team, we don't have very much styling going on. They're kind of taking their time with it. So it looks like on the avatar they did set a max width and a max height. So the Batman image should be no longer let's see here. It doesn't look like, no, they're targeting the avatar class. He should be targeting the image class. It looks like he's making some adjustments right now. Not image class, but image selector. Nobody's using that unit, yeah. Everyone's using percentages and pixels. We haven't seen other units being used yet okay, so PHP Joe was able to fix his issue that he was having with saving, and it looks like he is ahead. Oh wow, look at him. Look at this guy code right now. This guy is getting some stuff done right now. Awesome. So I cannot wait to see how this pans out. A lot of HTML over here. I want to see what this looks like. So we're refreshing the page right now. Okay, so we don't have the image loaded on the blue team, and I wonder why. Let's go ahead and see what's going on exactly. It looks to me like they targeted everything correctly. I can't imagine what would be wrong here. Very interesting. So we'll just have to see why these images aren't loading. I'd imagine they're gonna have to figure that out. All right, yeah, I really like the organization being handled in the blue team over here in the CSS. They're definitely gonna get some points for that over here. So we do have some nice commenting action going on the JavaScript on the red team as well. So over here on the red team on the HTML, it looks like they're working on this mock text data for the address. So they're coming up with all kinds of information. Okay, so the reason why the placeholders aren't working, as mentioned by Gmem in the chat, is they forgot to add /g before the 200 slash. So hopefully they notice that. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they're going to refresh their site and notice that it's not working. You guys can see them coding in real time over here, adding all this fake information to create a site. Over here we do have this anchor tag that's kind of broken over here. Let's find out why. I am not finding it, but they are getting some unwanted text over here. Let's go ahead and refresh and see what's going on. So this is where we're at right now. And we are just about 14 minutes in, guys. So 14 minutes in, this is what the sites have been able to come up with so far. Let's go ahead and head back on over to the code. Look at this. Look at the way he's targeting the header here. I like that. Roboto versus Source Sans Pro. We have two different fonts being used. Awesome, awesome. I am a fan of Roboto, absolutely. So cool stuff. We don't, let's see, yeah, we don't have border box being used over here, box sizing. So that should be interesting. I like what Blue Team is doing with their code. Very clean, very nice, but also I like, it's kind of interesting to see the color scheme that's being handled over here on the red team. It's like blue versus red almost. So they're both trying to design the same site, and it's kind of cool to see how, like, you know, they have like different interpretations on how it should look. So we are about 15 minutes in, so quarter in, and we are getting some pretty nice results. We do have some red font color action over here, which is, oh, look at that. We have some, when you click this, it looks like it collapses and opens, and that's probably being handled by JavaScript for sure. Yeah, we have a toggle action going on. So excellent team coordination from the red team to make something like that happen this early on. Congratulations, that's awesome. We do have this over here, which is kind of bothering me, but I'm sure they'll fix that. Yeah, let's go ahead and refresh this and see what's going on over here. A lot of JavaScript action over here on the blue team, so I'm really curious to see how that pans out for them. Yes, yes, yes. Again, guys, if you guys are enjoying the stream, please share the stream on Reddit and let other people know about it so that we can have some new faces in here so they can enjoy the game as well. Look at all of this JavaScript work being done on the blue team. Guys, I think blue team is on fire right now, guys. What do you guys say? Blue team is on fire, bro. It's hot over here on the left side of the screen, guys. What are we going to do about this? Red team has to do something to answer to this. I mean, they have a beautiful JavaScript code working already on the red team, but I don't think that's enough compared to the work that is being done over here collectively on the blue team. Man, they're killing it right now. They're hot. Let's go ahead and refresh the page and see what's going on over here. So I'm just refreshing the page. We don't have, oh, okay, so we have some stuff going on over here. So it looks like they're kind of styled a bit differently. Let's see what they're doing. So in the code, we have the user class, which is all the cards. Oh, it looks like they're setting their width as we speak, and it looks like they are using pixel units to make that happen. Pixel units, and we are also using Flexbox. So let's go ahead and refresh it now and see how it looks. I'm really excited to see how this is gonna go, guys. It's looking really, this is pretty exciting, guys. Okay, it looks like they finally fixed this. Let's go ahead and refresh this again. I'm kind of curious to see the way they're coding this out. Over here on the blue team, how are they gonna align this? I know they're using Flexbox. Looks like they're trying to fix that the best they can right now. Over here, the HTML guy is working on some more mock information, like gender, and he's targeting everything. He has classes for all this stuff, so CSS has plenty of headroom to select all of these things. Now, I would say on the red team, CSS is slacking a little bit. They're not keeping up. HTML on the red team is doing a great job posting a bunch of content. You just saw him indent over here, so that's going to help with organization and code tidiness. However, I think it's good that the HTML guy is working really fast, but I think the CSS guy should definitely pace it up a little bit to keep up with him. We have some nesting action going on for a second there, it looked like. As you guys know, nesting does not work in CSS. We are going to try our very best to add preprocessors in the future. So I do look forward to seeing that in future games. Let's go ahead and refresh this and see what we're working with right now. So yeah, I don't see these being in any sort of grid fashion at this very moment. But we do have this looking pretty nice. I personally think this should have some padding over here to give some space between the edge over here. But we'll see how they handle this. I am very curious to see how this is going to look. Let's head on back over to the code and see what these guys are working on. So over here we do have some data level attributes being added over to this card class, which is going to be targetable by this JavaScript guy. They definitely have some stuff planned out. Man, look at the JavaScript work that is being done over here on the blue team, guys. This is insane. Hopefully we see this JavaScript working, because we have seen some crazy JavaScript action. However, there has been a lot of times where the JavaScript simply did not work, and it's just been such a downer. But wow, the organization that is being done right now in JavaScript is phenomenal. The PHP Joe is doing a fantastic job. Oh, it looks like we did get some deletion over here, but they're just doing some cutting and putting it over on top of the document ready function, so it looks like he didn't want it to be in there. And that's fine, it makes sense, because you don't want something in the document ready if it's going to be activated by a click button. Okay, let's go ahead and refresh. Finally, we have some, wow, look at the progress they have made. There's 38 minutes left on the clock. Still plenty of time to do all kinds of stuff. So we have some more styling going on over here. We have these columns finally like aligned. And these are using Flexbox too, so that's really, really cool. So we do have some even margins over here on, left and right. But personally, I would like to see the margins be even all throughout. But actually, no, that doesn't even matter because of the screen resolution that I have right now. Today I learned Batman is a kitten. Yes. You guys heard it here first on Syntag. Batman is a kitten undercover. But We are exposing Batman for who he really is. Let's go ahead and head back on over to the code. We have some box size going on over here. So box sizing, border box being added over here to this hide class. So let's go ahead and find that hide class. Where are you, son? Where are you, little guy? I don't know where it is. I'm looking for it. Oh, it's probably being appended to one of these. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Oh, it's over here. So they're hiding all. That's how they're targeting this. Wow, look at that, guys. It's looking pretty good. They do have that text separation over here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see what's going on over here. They have some menus over here, and we are using a button class. So we don't have that class being yet targeted on the blue team yet, but we're going to see those buttons being styled here shortly, I'm sure of it. We have a responsive media rule set over here in the CSS. You guys can barely see it, but over here they do have some max width 720 pixels set over here to change the flex flow. So beautiful. They're going to definitely get some points in responsiveness if it looks good. Okay, over here they are doing some styling over here on this hide class, and they're adding display none, which is probably a pretty good idea if you're trying to hide something. Yeah, so really interesting stuff. Psydos26, this is his first time watching and he's enjoying this. That's awesome, man, and I'm glad you're wanting to view some more of this. We're going to have another DevWars this coming Friday. So if you guys are wanting some more DevWar action and you guys want to know when the next DevWars is, head on over to this channel on Friday at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Let's go ahead and refresh this page and see what they have accomplished so far. Okay, so we have these buttons over here that are obviously, they don't really look like buttons at the very moment, but that's because Blue Team has not had a chance to style it yet. We do have some JavaScript already working over here on the Red Team, so that's awesome. If you guys want to stay up to date with the schedules and all the latest news regarding DevWars, head on over to our subreddit, which is I'm gonna actually post a link in the chat. So it's reddit.com/r/DevWars, and go ahead and subscribe to that subreddit. That way you guys can keep up to date with the latest news and everything else that's going on with DevWars, and also you guys can also find links in there to apply for the next DevWars game. And even leave a suggestion. If you guys have a suggestion on how to improve DevWars, go ahead and leave your suggestion in our subreddit, and we will definitely read it and consider it as well. Okay, so we have some interesting placeholders over here. Look at that. Did they write that, or did they find that somewhere on the internet? This is the third DevWars showing. We had our first DevWars on Friday, the 19th of this month. So it has been only improving from here. So if you guys are liking the stream, we're constantly looking to improve. And we have received some donations from you guys today. So we're definitely going to use that money to improve the stream even more. So I really appreciate those who donated. Over here, we have a UL class being born in this. I don't know what this div is going to be called. I don't know exactly what they're going to be using this for. But we will find out. Draxu, welcome to Syntag, man. Alright, G-Mem, thank you so much for helping around here in this chat. I really appreciate it. He's been posting the links to the live preview for both websites, so if you guys want to see the website in your own browser, you can totally do so by clicking the link in the chat, and that'll take up that way you guys can check this out in your own browser. diagram. Yes, that is true, but Twitch will allow it as long as we play games on our channel. So, and I have heard that Twitch is allowing this. So, but we'll have to see. Hopefully, we don't get on their bad side. Yes, so we have some links being born right here in this UL tag. So it looks like this is just simply going to be the navigation. I would really like to see this in a nav tag. I like when HTML when the HTML guys utilize correct tags. This is a game. Yes, that is true. This is a game, and it's called DevWars. So that's what we're playing right now. So let's go ahead and refresh and just see what's going on over here. We do have some funny placeholders over here. They're not even placeholders anymore. Rodesit, thanks for the follow, man, and welcome to Syntag. Just make your home in the chat. Is this my first time? Do I have experience in this, or is this your first go at it? Yeah, I mean, I've been streaming since December, and it's been a journey. Yeah, absolutely. I've just been gaining experience and leveling up, you know, in this whole streaming process. And you guys are just, you know, I'm listening to all your suggestions. Like, one of the suggestions was to make more eye contact, so I'm definitely doing that for you guys. Because last stream I only made eye contact with those who donated, but I figured, hey man, I could definitely look at the camera more often, especially since my moderators are are definitely handling a lot of work on the back end. So the more my moderators help me out, the more I can have free time to look at you guys. So absolutely. Over here, I'm really curious to see how this JavaScript works out. Them piercing eyes, though, I'm just looking right into your soul, aren't I? But yeah, so over here, look at this. Look at this, guys. It looks like they are targeting some anchor tags over here, and it looks like they might have some sort of scrolling action being used over here. Wow, I really like what Red Team is doing. Let's go ahead and see what progress they're making in the live preview. Cool. Look at that. So we're just getting, guys, we're halfway in right now. We're halfway in. There's so much that could happen in 30 minutes, guys. And I think it'll snowball from here. So though we are seeing a slow start with the layout, David L. Lanos 22, thank you for the follow. Take some of that DevWars loot and get some good studio set up, new mic and a green screen maybe. Yes, man. I would love to invest into the stream, guys, just for you guys as well. I want you guys to have the best viewing experience as possible, and we are working very hard. I'm telling you guys, I could not sleep thinking about this stream that we're going to do today. So it's been a whole week since I last seen you guys. And of course, we had the whole holiday thing that happened. So, but yeah, I mean, we have had 2 donations today, so we're definitely going to use that money to invest into some better stuff. So again, I can't thank you guys enough for donating. Alright, so let's go ahead and just review what's going on over here. So let's start with Team Blue. Okay, so they are utilizing header tags. I like when teams do that, guys. I love when teams are using not just using div tags. You know, you can get the style across by just using divs all around, but of course, using proper tags for certain situations is ideal. Look at all this JavaScript attribute action going on over here. Look at that. Yes, it already has a blue background over here, and I could totally chroma key it, but as you guys can see my shadow right there, and that's because the background is not lit up. And when I can afford some lights, I can totally light up the background and chroma key that guy, that sucker right there and put whatever background I want. I've heard some people make suggestions that I should dress up as Neo from Matrix and have the codes just falling down in the background and me in some shades with a suit on. I could totally do that, but I mean, we're gonna definitely need the correct lighting system for that to happen, and I think that would be really fun. Okay, so everyone's just working over here. Look at the coordination that's going on. I really like where this is going. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, over here we have some JavaScript code being written by PHP Joe. If you guys haven't seen his code already, look at this guy. Look at all this. I'm just scrolling through it. Look how huge this is. Bam. I really I can't wait to see what this is gonna do by the end of the project. And then of course we're just scrolling through here. It looks like down here they have some buttons that are going to be used over here for the menu. So we have previous, close, and next. I wonder what they're going to do with that. We have seen in the past games where people would do a bunch of work in the JavaScript, but it ended up not working. Cyborg C Prez, welcome to Syntag, man. You are now officially a brother. A brother-in-law. Look at all these fonts that are being imported. Lord M0, welcome to Syntag. Or Lord Mo. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's going on over here. Let's see where they're at. Why not? Let's go ahead and refresh both pages. Let's go ahead and see. Again, guys, I would love to do all of these things, but you know, I'm gonna keep saving money, and then we'll totally invest into all this stuff. So we do have more stuff being added. Man, I can't tell who's gonna win. They're both looking so good. As you guys can see, they do have this JavaScript action going on. So when you click on here, I don't like how it shoots you down like that. I hope they fix that. But yeah, when you click, it'll expand, and I'm sure that's because they have some anchor link stuff going on for this, but they probably targeted it incorrectly. But yeah, they have it to where you can click here and it'll take you down to the correct anchor tag. It may be too much, but I think it would be awesome to see the live code being edited or scrolled by the competitors. Interesting. That is a pretty interesting suggestion. Again, guys, if you guys have an awesome suggestion that you want to leave, that you think it would improve the stream, go ahead and head on over to our subreddit, which is reddit.com/r/DevWars, and just subscribe to it to stay tuned, you know, to the latest news, and also to leave your suggestions. It would be great to have them all there in one place so we can read them. So yes, let's see what this guy is working on right now in the HTML. It looks like he's working on this div class, and I don't believe it was named user card template earlier, but he finally has a class appended to it. And yeah, he's just kind of highlighting it right now. Not too much is going on right now. I wonder if the red team is going to have a drop down. It looks like they are. Root Digga, welcome to Syntag. Yeah, it looks like they're going to turn this into a drop down, guys. Which has not been done before. Drop down has not been done before on DevWars. I love seeing new stuff happen, you know, right here on DevWars. So, okay, it looks like they are, you know, using red background to see where this div is. Sometimes you have to just style the div a ridiculous color, because divs, as you guys know, divs are transparent by default. So that's probably why they're doing that. So completely normal. Look at all this beautiful CSS work being done over here on the blue team. Look at that. Look, they have, this has never been done before on DevWars as well, by sectioning off the CSS. So they're definitely trying their best to get points in code tidiness, because as you guys already know, or some of you don't know actually, we do vote in 3 different categories. So we vote on design, then we vote on code tidiness, and then we vote on responsiveness. So those are the 3 different things we vote on. And definitely, these guys are definitely like gonna get some points in code tidiness because they are doing a very good job. And not to forget about red team, they are doing a fantastic job as well. They just aren't commenting as much as blue team. Yeah, red team does have very specific selectors. If you guys are interested in playing in future DevWars, go ahead and apply by heading over to devwars.tv/apply. Fill out that application. Pick your time slot because we're having another DevWars stream on Friday. Two games on Friday. We also have 2 more games on Tuesday. And we're going to try to do this every week. 2 games a week. And if you guys want to play, definitely apply right away before your spot gets taken. Because, guys, I mentioned this before. As DevWars progresses, it's just going to get harder and harder for you to play because of how many overwhelming responses we get or submissions from people who want to play as well. So it's probably a good idea to get your hands in this as soon as possible before it becomes impossible to play. Let's go ahead and refresh the page and see what's going on. Do they have the drop down yet? I don't see any drop down just yet. So I am looking forward to seeing that. Clicking it doesn't do anything yet either. I still would like to see this not jump you when you click on this. Hopefully they fix that. Over here, let's see what's going on the blue team. So when you click more info, nothing really happens. I'm just kind of clicking around to see what's going on. We do see some stuff that's related to JavaScript over here. Yeah, I don't see much going on. We do have a bunch of JavaScript being coded out here on the blue team, but nothing's really working at this very moment. So we're just going to have to be patient to see how blue team coordinates with their JavaScript guy. Yeah, the guy who's coding JavaScript on the blue team is definitely doing a fantastic job. Look at that. He has 146 lines of code in his JavaScript. I'm just going to kind of skim through it. This is a lot of work that he coded from scratch right in here. For those who don't know, they are coding a user profile website. Okay, and then in here, the JavaScript on the red team, they don't have as much as blue team. However, their JavaScript is working. Like, it's working very early on, which is something that the blue team didn't have. They don't have any JavaScript action going on at this very moment. Oh, check this out. This is a JavaScript toggle for the drop-down menu. So we're not using hover with CSS to display this navigation bar. We're actually using JavaScript to target this. And then, of course, you can click on these to send you over to the proper div class. Okay, so I really like the way the grid looks over here on the blue team. I have to say, I'm a big fan of the way this looks. They just have to get their placeholders working over here, and I'm sure it's going to look really fresh. I feel like blue team has kind of a modern look to their design. However, red team, it's not as modern, but they do have some interesting design principles being added to their design for sure. But overall, I would say blue team definitely is adapting modern design and simplicity, which, as you guys know, is a popular trend in the web design industry. Okay, it looks like they finally have some cat placeholder images that are working. They finally got that in here. I would like to see some margin or padding being added over here to separate this icon from the text, and I'm sure they're going to get around to that. They have a bunch of stuff they're coding out right now at this very moment. Wow, I don't know, guys. This is a very close game. A very close game. We have 18 minutes left on the clock right now. 18 minutes. A lot can happen in just 18 minutes. Let's see what goes down. Yeah, red team CSS 6 levels deep. Not a good practice. You don't need to go that deep. Wow, UL inside of a UL. See, it would be much better to give these ULs a class and then just target the class. You could do UL period and then the class name. That's another great way of targeting your ULs without having to go so deep into your code. Yes, and that's another good point. Diagram made a good point. See, now it's difficult to do exactly what you guys imagine that they should do in the code, because for those who are just now showing up, who aren't familiar with the rules, if they're handling, say, if someone's handling HTML, they cannot touch the other language. So whatever language you are playing, you cannot, touch those other languages. So if you're CSS, you cannot touch HTML or JavaScript. You have to coordinate with your team. You have to communicate, because they are communicating right now. They are in their separate TeamSpeak channel, and they are talking with each other using their microphone to find out, how they're gonna approach the website strategically as a team. Because again, this is a team cooperative game. Functionality above design is a statement that is being made right now in the chat, and but we do vote on design too, so that is something they should definitely keep in mind as well, because we're voting on 3 different categories: design, code tidiness, and responsiveness. So we do have "I am an idiot" comment being added over here. Blue team's JavaScript is looking really nice. Holy crap, this guy is doing some work over here. Wow. Guys, I would have to say blue team's on fire right now, guys. They are looking really good over here. They are just doing such a good job keeping up. I think red team still has a chance in this competition. They did, however, fix this problem that caused some sort of jumping, like when you click these, it would like shoot you down, and they ended up fixing that, which is awesome. But I think overall blue team is really holding it down. They do have good team cooperation and coordination going on right now. Red team, they are still in the game, guys. Just because blue team's on fire does not mean red team is not doing a good job or nothing like that. It's just an overall blue team is doing great from every single player. So yes, we are pretty deep in these selectors over here. We do have some comments being added. Well, actually only one over here, and that's just to notify them that this is a drop-down menu. Yes. Oh, okay, guys, we have some more comments over here being added on the JavaScript on the red team. Take a look at that. Not as long as blue team's JavaScript, but they are making stuff work. Let's see if the smooth scroll works right now. Yes, look at that smooth scroll, guys. Look at that. It's very nice. Look at that functionality right now on the red team's page. Let's go ahead and check out blue team and see if any of their JavaScript works. What do you mean, what I have against red team? I don't, guys, like my opinion does not matter in these games, because I'm not gonna vote at all. It's really up to you guys. I'm just giving my input on what I'm thinking overall, and I'm definitely looking at all the factors. So I'm looking at code tidiness, I'm looking at team coordination, I'm looking at design, and I'm looking at responsiveness. Well, actually, I'm not looking at responsiveness. That's the only thing I have not checked yet. But I am, just kind of giving my own opinion on it, but it does not even matter. Just because the team is on fire, it will not affect anything. So let's go ahead and see if any of the JavaScript stuff works over here. Man, not yet. but I am looking forward to seeing how the PHP Joe from the blue team's JavaScript works with this website, because he has a lot of JavaScript being added right now. Look at that. He has 158 lines of code. Z Pineapple, thank you so much for following. He is actually one of the moderators who's helping out right now with the stream, and he has not followed me yet, so that's pretty awkward that he hasn't done that yet, but I'm glad he finally got around to doing so. Dan Segliodi, that's a weird name, but thank you so much for following, man. Make yourself at home in the chat. Yeah, no worries, man. Nothing personal. Okay, so let's go ahead and refresh, because it looks like we have something interesting going on over here. We have this image that was placed down here at the bottom, now at the top. Let's find out why that is. So down here, the user card template. Let's see how that is being targeted down here. User card template, it is being positioned absolute. So that is why it kind of, broke out of the flow of the page. So let's see what they do with that. Are they gonna keep that position absolute or not? No, they did not. So I don't know where it is now, but I think they have something planned with the JavaScript. So I missed a follower? Oh man. If someone can post the name of that follower, man, I am not on top of it right now. I do think the color scheme on the red team is kind of awkward. Hopefully they change it. I mean, personally, I am not a fan of the color scheme over here. It's just kind of weird. But they do have a lot of nice functionality on the red team. Yeah, a lot of the site definitely works it very nicely. I like this. It's looking really good. Let's go ahead and refresh the blue team and see what they got going on now. I wonder, okay, so we do have a next button over here, and it looks like, I'm just seeing if it works. I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to wait patiently to see what this JavaScript code does, because unfortunately I'm not gonna be able to read all that JavaScript. That's a lot. Look at all that. That is a lot. To do, we have a comment over here, to implement the lightbox thingy we have. I know there is a better way of doing this, but I can't remember. So we have some honesty going on in the comments over here on the blue team. It's okay to be honest. Okay, so let's see what they're working on over here on the blue team. I really like the way they have everything styled over here. It's really nice. Epinence, welcome to Syntag. Okay, let's check out the red team's style sheet. So it looks like they are adding some margin right now as we speak on this UL selector. They don't have anything in here in this name. They don't have any styles in here in this name class just yet. There is 9 minutes left on the clock, guys. Can they pull it together in 9 minutes? I have not seen any functionality working on the blue team just yet, so they might take a hit on that, which would be a shame because of all the work that the PHP Joe put into it. But right off the bat, we have code working, JavaScript working over here on the red team, which is just fantastic. Awesome. Awesome. I think the music stopped playing. I think we ran out of some music up in here. Let's go ahead and see if we could get that back and going. There we go. Alright, music's back. 8 minutes and 30 seconds, guys. What can they do in that time frame? If my moderators can go into the TeamSpeak and just let them know that we are at 8 minutes, and to make sure that they are wary of the time. Here we go. I like that they are using white text over here. That makes a lot of sense to me. I think white text looks better on this background color. Yes. Okay, so let's refresh again this blue page. I'm really wanting to see this JavaScript code working. So we have red background on some of these, and I just wonder why. I wonder if that means they're offline or online. That would be pretty smart. Okay, so it looks like we have something going on over here. Let's go ahead and head back on over to the code. And let's just kind of review what's going on over here. So let's see what blue team is working on in the... So they are positioning absolute again. This user card template, as we saw earlier. And then over here in the CSS, what are they working on the red team? It looks like they are also working on some position absolute on the drop-down menu. So he's still styling the drop-down menu. We do have an error over here. This box size property is not supported by Internet Explorer, but who cares about Internet Explorer, right guys? We are using Google Chrome, so we're fine. Syntag is not available for guest users in the red team. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not there. But I'm there in spirit. I'm kind of curious to see what is being worked on in the HTML on the blue team. I don't see anything being typed out right now, per se. Over here on the, wow, we just have an enormous amount of HTML on the red team. Oh my god, look at that. What is the error here? Yeah, they just have a bunch of stuff going on over here as well. Wow, 5 minutes, well, pretty much 6 minutes left on the clock. 6 minutes. Can they come up with something crazy in 6 minutes? Let's take a look and see what's going on in the JavaScript on the blue team. As you guys know, there's a lot going on over here. But so far, nothing is working at this very moment, at least that we can see. But look at all, they are using Lightbox. They are going to use some sort of Lightbox display on the image. So I'm imagining when you click on a user profile, it's going to expand this. That's what they're going to do. That's why they're positioning in absolute, guys. So pretty much what blue team is trying to do is they're trying to make it so when you click on one of these user profiles, it's gonna open up a window with the image, and I'm assuming they're gonna make it like some sort of gallery so you can keep hitting next and you can see all the images for that profile. So that's what they're going to end up doing. Yes, I am 100% confident, but can they pull that off in 4 minutes, guys? Can they? It's 4 minutes and 40 seconds to be exact, but wow, they are on a time crunch up in here right now. Can they pull that off? I would love to see that. I would be very disappointed if blue team is not going to be able to, you know, activate their JavaScript guy. Yeah, thank you guys for reiterating the rules for some of the new guys. What are they working on right now? So they are working on adding a description in here, it looks like. Man, these guys are putting up a show right now. They're both doing such a great job. Yeah, in DevWars, we have like different rules. I know that some of these rules don't make sense with, you know, standard workflow in the web design industry, but we have to have some of these rules so that we can make, like, for instance, we don't have animations or transitions in CSS because we want JavaScript to have a bigger role in the game. Actually, Custodian, you're right. Transitions are allowed in CSS, just not animations. I am sorry for messing up there. Yes, you guys are right. I do apologize. I was speaking a little bit too quickly. So we have 3 minutes left. Can one of my moderators please confirm that they are there? Because I just want to make sure that we can close this game properly. So if one of my moderators can just pop in the admin chat and just let me know. Okay, they're there. Cool. Okay, so just guys, remind the team that we are on a time crunch. It's 2 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. Make sure you remind them to stop. I mean, they could do whatever they want, but I don't think they should use this time to create new things. They should use this time to fix everything that they have now, because when the clock hits 0, that's it. They cannot make any changes to their code. So if they have an open tag and it screws up their website, they're gonna have to deal with it because they didn't use their time properly to make sure everything is closed off, to make sure there are no errors, to make sure their JavaScript is working. This is what they should be using their time for. There's 2 minutes left on the clock, guys. I'm not going to show you guys what the website looks like. I don't want to display it yet. I kind of want to do that after it's done. So I guess we're just going to kind of look at the code in the meantime. So let's see how the JavaScript has progressed down here on the red team. So not as much as blue team, but their JavaScript has been working flawlessly so far. More comments equals more points, right? Yes, this guy has the right idea. Yes, we did see some Bitcoin action on the blue team last game. So I wonder what they'll do. Also, blue team is using Flexbox on their grid system, which is really, really cool. Definitely a modern approach. I'm going to have to remove this timer, this overlay, because I need to see the timer at all times. We have 1 minute left on the clock, guys. 1 minute. Holy crap, just 55 seconds. These teams are going to have to work very quickly to get whatever they need to be finished. Over here on the JavaScript, he's spending his time adding some comments, which is going to give him some points in the code tidiness if he finishes this correctly. But I really think these guys should hurry up and finish whatever they're doing. We have some classes that are being added right now, some hover for the close that he's trying to get in here as soon as possible. Wow, that is very risky to be doing this right now, but look at what these guys are trying to do. Let's see what's going on over here in the CSS, if there's anything they're trying to squeeze in last minute over here. We have 18 seconds left. This is getting really intense, guys. Holy crap. 10 seconds, guys. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's over, guys. Moderators, please disable their rights to edit the files any longer. It's over, guys. Good game. Let's go ahead and refresh the page, and hopefully both teams got the results they were looking for. So I'm just refreshing the page right now as we speak. And whatever you see here, guys, is the final result. So how this is going to work from here is I'm just going to kind of go over the site one by one. I'm going to go over everything as far as design goes. That's what I'm going to go over first, design. And then after I go over it, I'm going to put up a poll, and you guys are going to vote for who wins on design, who has the best design. Good job, both teams. I cannot wait to see what we have here. So on the blue team, we have a nice blue simplistic header. No links up here, no navigation, but it is a nice little title they have going on. I'm just going to click around here. So it looks like they're using this red color to symbolize if they're offline or not. They have more info. Nope. There is not more info for that. Nope, not more info here either. Let's see if any of these, yes, some of these have info. Check this out. So we do have some lightbox action going on. I'm glad you guys were able to take care of that before the time limit, because I did notice, PHP Joe, you did an excellent job on your JavaScript. I was really worried that you wouldn't be able to have it working by the time the clock was up. And you guys do see this is dynamic. So like over here, these do correlate over here. So we do have some more info action going on. Good job, guys. So that's that. And again, if you guys want to see this website for yourself, if you guys can please post the links to the website in the chat so that people can see this website for themselves in their browser. And then we also have kind of a basic footer at the bottom down here. I can't really show you guys because it's kind of down here and it's covered by the border. But yes, there is a just pretty simple footer down there. Okay, so now let's check out Red Team, guys. Red Team. So Red Team, they have a header, so they have a title just like Blue Team. However, they do have a navigation system, which is something we didn't see on the Blue Team. They have link A, link B, and link C. But check this out, Profiles is a drop-down menu, so when you click it, oh, and they did do some nice styling here. Good job to you guys for that. That looks really nice. And I know you can click these, and they do have smooth scrolling in here. So as you guys can see, you guys can click on whatever you want, and it'll take you there thanks to the anchor text targeting. And that smooth scroll is just looking great. Smooth scroll allows for obviously smooth scrolling, but I mean, if they didn't have that, it would look very jumpy. They also have where you could click these, and it'll expand down here. And you guys can see more information, as you guys can see. So we have a username swag. We also have Syntag down here. I guess I have a profile on this website. I don't remember making the profile, but I guess I did. Maybe I drank too much coffee that day, but I guess I didn't upload any information. Drunk Timorgy. Welcome to Syntag. Yeah, guys, so there you have it. That's Blue Team and Red Team. I just showcased it. We're going to throw up a live poll, and you guys are going to vote on who the winner is as far as design. So you guys are going to vote for who has the best design. So is it Blue Team or Red Team? You guys are the ones to vote. You guys decide the outcome. I'm throwing up the poll right now. So who has the best design? Sorry, guys. I am horrible at saying some of your names. Drunk Timo Orgy. Oh. Drunk Timo Orgy. Wow. Sorry, guys. I don't know how I didn't see that. Drunk Timo Orgy. So I'm imagining. Yeah, I'm imagining he plays League of Legends. But yeah, guys, to vote, just simply type blue or red in the chat. It's that simple. Who has the best design? That's what you guys are voting on. Design. So yeah, keep your votes coming. We're gonna vote. We're gonna keep the poll open for like 1 more minute. This was an awesome game. Thank you both Blue Team and Red Team for putting up such a show. I really like the way this game turned out. It's a very close game. So all you have to do is type blue or red in the chat. If you aren't logged in or you don't have a Twitch account, that you're not able to participate not only in the chat, but also you're not able to vote, which I totally recommend you get a Twitch account or log in if you have one and participate, because you can affect the outcome of this game. Blue Team is utilizing Flexbox. Okay, guys, so the vote is over. I'm closing the poll. It looks like blue is going to take the win on the design. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and close the poll. We're going to have a new poll here shortly, and that's going to be, we're going to be voting on code tidiness now. So the way that's going to work is I'm going to actually go over the code with you guys, so you guys can see how they coded their website out, and you guys are going to vote who has the cleanest code, pretty much. And not only clean code, but who has good syntax, who used proper tags, you know, who used comments correctly. You know, we're going to look at all that, and I'm just going to kind of skim through it. Obviously, there's a lot of code here, so I can't go into too much detail, but you guys are just going to have to pay attention and see for yourself how they coded this thing. So we're going to start on blue team with the HTML. Hang on, we did get a message. Okay. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and go over HTML first on the blue team. So I'm just going to kind of skim through it. They did do all their imports. They're utilizing their head tag and the body tag. They are using the header tag as well. That's really cool. Everything's nested correctly. We kind of have all this stuff. Everything's looking nice so far. I don't see anything wrong per se. And then they have a comment over here letting to allow for, him to know that they are inside of the user card placeholder. Well, actually, I'm not sure if that does. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, so yeah, it's above it. So the comment above it is actually targeting the div below it. So they don't have anything in here. But yeah, so this is what they have on the HTML. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to go through the CSS on the blue team. And guys, you guys have to be paying attention. You can't rely on me to explain what it's code, you know, how the code is looking, because it's up to you guys. I'm just going to kind of skim through it. So over here on the blue team, we did see something that wasn't done before. They are using comments to kind of section off all of their code. So they have a general section. So all their general code falls in here. And then they have a header section. And it's just everything's like kind of sectioned off, and it's really nice. We definitely didn't see that before. They are using. It's looking pretty clean. They do have an error over here, but as far as syntax is concerned, it's not a problem. They didn't do anything wrong per se. This is something that was added by C9. And then they also have some media queries that were added as well. And now, let's take a look at their JavaScript. Look at that, guys. This is a monstrous JavaScript document, and there's a look at that nesting. Look at all that commenting that was being done. This is insane, guys. I'm really shocked by the JavaScript that was done by the PHP Joe on the blue team. Take a look at that. I'm just kind of skimming through it, guys. As you guys can see, everything's nested, everything's commented. It's looking good. All right, now we're going to head on over to the red team and see what they're doing. So on the red team, HTML, they do have some subliminal comments being added over here. So yeah, they have their head tag. They're not utilizing a header tag, but they are using the nav tag for their navigation, which is excellent. Again, you guys are seeing that UL embedded inside of a UL. As we're scrolling down, you guys can see the beautiful nesting job that was done by Jung, who was handling HTML on the red team. It's just looking very clean. He did a great job, you know, organizing all of this content. It's a very, very long HTML document, so you want to make sure that you have all of this organized very neatly, or else you will get lost in your code. Now let's look at the CSS on the red team. So everything's looking good. They have been being consistent with their CSS. We do have one comment being added over here, and that's simply to signify that this is a drop down. So I don't see any more comments other than that. But we do see in here that they have, they are pretty deep in their selectors, which isn't really that good to do, but their code is working though. But generally, you don't want to go too deep like that. And then over here in their JavaScript, Senpai, is that my nickname? Senpai. I am noticing you right now. So, not no brains. Good job on the JavaScript for making everything work so early on. You don't have very much here, but everything works, and that's all that matters. So we do have plenty of comments. The nesting looks great. So guys, that's it. You guys are going to be voting on who has cleaner code tidiness. So I'm going to throw up the poll right now, and you guys are going to vote. Who has the best code tidiness? And you guys seen it. You guys seen it right here. I went over it, and you guys vote. So simply blue or red. Just type blue or red in the chat, and you guys can vote on who wins in this category. I'm going to go ahead and take my hoodie off just for you guys. Yes, I am stripping. And it's because you guys have been just an awesome crowd, and you guys deserve it. So blue or red, guys, blue or red. Just make that vote, and let's see who wins this. It is kind of close. I think both teams did an excellent job on their code tidiness. I am pretty hungry, guys. I cannot wait to eat after this. Please don't report me for stripping on this live stream. Guys, you guys some of you guys want me to go a step further and take off my shirt. Maybe for the next DevWars, I don't know. You guys will have to tune in next time to find out if that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, so we're gonna vote for like 30 more seconds here. Make sure you put your votes in, guys. Yes, that's your signal, guys. If you guys want to feed me, go ahead and donate. Nah, not really. No, the money wouldn't be used for anything like that. Okay, so yeah, I guess it's confirmed. Blue team did win for code tidiness. Yes, I don't know how you guys found out that I'm not wearing pants right now. That's awkward. Alright, so yeah, blue team won that, and we are going to vote on functionality and responsiveness for the heck of it, even though it is 2 out of 3. Oh, I guess we are just declaring it right now. We do have some problems. Let me go ahead and fix that. Sorry, guys. This is kind of awkward. Let me just fix that for you guys. What do you guys say? There we go. Sorry for the technical difficulties there. That is not my admin's fault for that. But yeah, so blue team is the winner. Let's go ahead and celebrate over on their side. Blue team is the winner. Drop the confetti. Oh, I'm facing the wrong way. Drop the confetti. Blue team, you guys did an awesome job. Congratulations, guys, for putting up an awesome game. Wow. That's awesome.